Hello painters, this is going to be a kind of a weird video because I'm going to show you this and then I'm going to go through the house and then out into the backyard and show you what I painted yesterday afternoon. So if you want to stop the video after I show you this, that'd be fine. I'm just going to show you some furniture I painted. So I painted this fairy, and the only thing I wasn't happy with was the wings. I made wings out of plastic, but they were in pieces because when I tried to copy the glass wing that I had, it broke. I fixed it with super glue, so I'll have it back and it'll be fine. But when I tried to use the blue stuff to make a mold of it, so I put in little pieces, and I was gonna make a new mold. I got a rolling pin on Amazon so I can get the blue stuff flatter. But my wife said she likes the way it looks with the pieces of wings, so I'll make her happy and just leave it at this. So I painted the whole thing with Rustoleum, and I could have spent more time on the surface, definitely. But I was kind of in a hurry to get this yard stuff done and start painting minis again. So I painted the whole thing with Rustoleum, Ocean Mist, or I think that's, or maybe it was apple green. I think it was apple green. And then I went over it with several colors to try to match the color it was, and I didn't end up doing that. It needs more white in it to actually look like the original color. But it is the same kind of desaturated gray blue. So I painted it with Army Painter War Paints Fanatic and got the color I wanted. And then I did the clothing and the hair and the shoes with Lilac Army Painter Fanatic, and then I went over it with a Bayer iridescent paint. The way I did the wings, and I'm really happy with how iridescent the wings are. I think they're way better than the original glass ones. They had put green glitter in it and then painted one side with kind of white iridescent paint in the back so that it kind of showed through. The way I did my wings is I painted them with, first of all, kind of as a primer with Liquitex iridescent medium, and then with greenish Bayer iridescent paint. Just a real light coat to make sure I didn't get brush strokes or anything, and I really liked the way it turned out. Okay, now here's the part where I'm going to walk through the house and show you the furniture that I painted. So that's my fairy. My wife's happy with it, so if she's happy with it, I'm happy with it. I found that in my neighbor's trash, and I love the way it's painted. It's really cool. It really gave me a lot of ideas. You're gonna stay, Toby. Toby's my dog. All right, so I'll show you this before I show you the furniture. This is a butterfly, and I wasn't happy with this either, but a guest we had visiting really liked it like this, and it looks good from a distance, so I'm not gonna stress over the fact that the surface wasn't prepared correctly this time. I'm just gonna go with it the way it is. And then I also put up that sun. I don't think that was up, or this was up. And I can't really see anything new that I put up since my middle 8 or whatever video it was, and I showed things on the fence other than that. Okay, I just took that out of the garage. It should be repainted, but I didn't. I painted the bottom of these with yellow, but obviously I need to paint the top now, but that'll be a lot easier. So I'll just do that with the brush. Okay, here's what I painted. And at first my wife wasn't really super happy. I used blue Rustoleum, and then I went over it with, there you can see a place that I painted. You can kind of see the blue a little bit. That was one of her complaints. But then I used War Paints Army Fanatic mixed with matte varnish. The brand is AK Interactive. And I touched up places. You can see where it's still more glossy. But I told my wife over time that will change. Just places where it was rusty. And the main places that I wanted to do it, I think it was actually the other side. That weld right there, that's right near your bottom, is the main thing that I wanted to have Rustoleum and repainted so that it would repair it. And it certainly looks better when I did like the whole front there. You can see I did half the front. You can see the difference in the paint. But over time, it'll get dusty and faded by the sun, and you won't be able to tell. That was really rusty, so that was the main thing I wanted to fix. When I was sitting in this chair, throwing the ball from my dog, I noticed that there's a place I missed. Like, that's rusty, right? Could have gone over that with paint. And then also, this was really rusty, so I peeled off the paint that was on there. You can see where I didn't do it and where I did it. And my wife liked how this turned out because I pretty much painted the whole thing. And you can see the blue through a little bit, but that's okay because I want to try to achieve this look on there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but you can leave me any suggestions that you have in the comments for the video. So that's basically what I painted the last few days since I've made a video. Thank you, painters.